Hey, everybody. Jeff Joyner here. And today I'm going to tell you a story from one of my many interesting experiences and a lesson that I'm hoping can help you in your life. Before I do, if you are getting some value out of my videos, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, An Epic Life, and that you click on the notifications bell so that you get notified when I make new videos. So you may or may not know, I've spent a lot of time in my career working in the food industry, and I've worked with hundreds of different companies in the food industry. And one of the interesting things that's come along with that is some factory tours. I've got a chance to go and tour some factories where they make food. And it's fascinating. If you ever get a chance to do it, I recommend it. I've been to a Campbell soup plant in Napoleon, Ohio, where, they're making hundreds of thousands of cans of soup every day. And one of the things I learned is that they put all the ingredients in the can and then cook it in the can. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Toured a Pepperidge Farm plant and saw them using robotics to make goldfish crackers and Milano cookies. Really, really interesting. But one of the most interesting ones that I went to was for the Smuckers company. Smuckers is a great American company, amazing company. I got nothing bad to say about Smuckers. And they're based right here in Ohio. And I got a chance to tour their plant, and super clean, super professional, some of the nicest people. And it was just really interesting to walk around and watch how they making jams and jellies and Uncrustables and packaging. And it's all really, really fascinating. But the most interesting thing that I observed there is, as we were walking along, we had a tour group that was kind of going all around. And we walk into this room, and in this room, there's this big light table, like translucent light. It was like a slide. It's like 10 feet long and was lit from underneath. And coming down was a slow-moving river of strawberry jam. Might have been strawberry preserves, which is my favorite, but just jam coming down. And then on either side of this table were 4 women who were wearing lab coats and hairnets, and they each had a spoon in their hand, a long-handled spoon. And as we're watching them, as this lava flow of jam is coming, they're watching, and they take their spoon, and what they were watching for was stems, right? And strawberries, have stems and those little green tops on there. If they saw a stem, they'd reach in and scoop it out, and they each had a little container to put their stems in, and they were very vigilantly watching the river of jam as it came down. And I was fascinated watching them. I stood there. I couldn't take my eyes off what they were doing. In fact, the tour group moved on, and I stayed there. I got lost in the factory. And my thought as I was watching them was, I think I've come across the worst job in the world. That has to be the most boring job. Are you kidding me? And so as I'm standing there, they're like, "Sir, do you have any questions?" And I said, "Yeah. What are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're getting the stems out here." And I said, "What else do you do here? Is this, you rotate around and this is one of the jobs?" They're like, "Nope, this is what we do. This is our full-time job. Margaret here has been here for 26 years. I said, "How long are the shifts?" They said 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I'm like, I couldn't do it. I literally don't think I could do that for a day, let alone a week, a month, a year. I was beside myself. I said, I'm just standing there watching. And I said, "Do you like it?" And they all started nodding their heads, and they said, "Oh, we love this job." I'm like, "Really? Really? What do you love about it?" And one of the women said, well, it's a pretty stress-free job, right? That of all the problems that could happen, there's only one problem, and that's stems in the jam, and we have the proper equipment to take care of it. Someone else said it, what we like about it, we're not here by ourselves. It's not just up to me. We have a whole team, and we kind of have each other's backs. And if I miss a stem coming down, I know someone else will catch it. I go, huh. Someone else said, when we clock out at the end of the day, we go home and don't think about work at all. One of them said, "Sir, do you ever get any emails at home at 11 o'clock at night and some problem that you got to fix?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Doesn't happen to us. We work hard, we clock out, and we're free to do whatever we want. It's awesome. I'm like, huh. And one of them said, and you know what? We're making a difference. I said, tell me more about that. She said, have you ever had strawberry jam from Smucker's? I said, yeah. She said, have you ever had a stem in there? And I said, no. She said, you're welcome. An amazing experience. I'm very thankful for those 8 ladies and the other ones who work on the other shifts, because I learned something that day. You know what I learned? Something that would be horrible for me to do might be someone else's dream job. Someone else would be horrible for them to do. You know what I remembered? How often I meet people and I tell them, oh, I do public speaking. I speak to large audiences of thousands of people for hours at a time sometimes. And people are like, oh no, somebody kill me. I could never do that job. What's my dream is someone else's nightmare, and vice versa. And so here's the moral of the story. There's a perfect profession out there for everybody. People are different, right? For me, I love to travel. Other people would hate the travel part of my job. They would look at it as a real downside. I look at it as a real plus. I get to meet tons of people. For me, that's a plus. Other people don't want to meet people. They'd rather spend all day with the jam or the spreadsheets or the budgets or the whatever. Some people, one of the things I love about the work that I do is I like to have control. I like to be in business for myself. It took me many years to put myself in a position. I had a small business on the side for many years, and now full-time self-employed. I run 2 companies, and one of them I help people start small businesses and generate additional incomes. One of them is doing speaking and training all around the country. And I'm living my dream of what I want to do with my time. Took me a while to get there. But, what I love about it is I'm in control. I decide who I work with, where I go, what jobs I take, what jobs I turn down. And that means a lot to me. One of the things I value is variety. My alarm doesn't go off the same time 2 days in a row. Some days I'm up at 3 o'clock to catch a flight. Some days I sleep in till noon. I'm not sure it's the healthiest. I think the health experts would tell you to wake up at the same time every day and do it early while you're at it. But some people need more consistency and routine. I personally don't like routine, right? I don't like being bossed around. I don't like having to ask someone's permission to go to lunch or to take a day off. Some people are perfectly comfortable being a smaller cog in a larger machine. And so my advice to you is you figure out what you want to do based on your skills, your interests, your abilities, what you think your purpose in your life is. Go find a profession that's a good fit for you. There are no good professions and bad professions. There's just maybe the right profession for you. You might not find it right out of high school or right out of college. You might have to work toward it. You may have to do what I did and kind of create it for yourself over time. Recommend that you keep your options open to opportunity. If somebody offers to help you in your career to start your own business or to make some money, I recommend you have an open mind, because you never know what you might love doing, and it may be something totally different than what you've always done in the past. So I'm still a big fan of Smucker's. I love toast and jam. Smucker's strawberry preserves is my favorite, and my second favorite is orange marmalade. Love me some orange marmalade. Always Smucker's. I would never buy another jam company because I appreciate those ladies that are checking for stems and making sure I don't get any in my toast and jam. So have a great day. Hope you got something out of this, and we look forward to catching you next time.